Hi everyone. So today I'm gonna talk about how big is Graham's number. So it's a really big number, very colossal, very humongous. It is actually bigger than a Googleplex, also much bigger than even a Boogol. I already talked about how big is a Boogol in the last other video. So let's get started now. So 3 times 3 equals 9. That is 3 to the power 2. That equals 3 arrow 2. So right now we're starting at the beginning. We're starting for the multiplication, and also after that we're starting with up arrow notation. So 3 times 3 times 3 equals 27. That is 3. That equals 3 to the 3. That is 3 arrow 3. So here 3 arrow n, that equals 3 to the power n. So 3 arrow 10 is 3 to the 10 power, and that equals 59,049. So 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 equals 81. That's 3 to the power 4. That is 3 arrow 4. So with the arrow is equals up arrow notation. So 3 double arrow 3 equals 3 arrow of 3 of arrow 3. So that is 3 arrow of 3 to the 3, and that's 3 arrow 27. So that's 3. So that equals 3 to the 27, or 3 to the 3 to the 3. So 3 to the 27 power equals 7.6 trillion. So 3 double arrow n equals 3 arrow of 3 arrow of 3 arrow of 3. There are n 3s. So 3 double arrow 3 2 hours, and is of course repeated exponentiation. So here arrow 1 arrow is exponentiation, and this one is 3 is double arrow, that equals tetration. So 3 arrows is pentation, and then 4 arrows, that is hexation. So here 3 double arrow 4, that equals 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 3, that is equals to 3 to the 3 to the 27. So that's 3 arrow 3 3 arrow 3 arrow 3. So that is 10 to the 3.6 trillion. So that's 3 to the power 7.6 trillion. So 10 to the 3.6 trillion is already bigger than 10 to the 80. So 3 double arrow 4, that equals 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 3. So this number is already much bigger than the number of atoms in the observable universe, which is 10 to the 80. And this number is already bigger, also even bigger than a Google. So 3 arrow n, that equals 3 double arrow of 3 double arrow of 3 double arrow. There are n 3s. So that equals, in power tower form, is we start at 3, and then the second layer, the 3 3s. So 3 to the 3 to the 3 is 3 to the 27. That's 7.6 trillion. So next layer, the third layer, is 3 to the 3 to the 3 to the 3. There are 7.6 trillion 3s here. So the number of 3s here in this third layer is determined by this number, 3 to the 3 to the 3. So the fourth layer, the number of 3s here is the number of this whole thing. So so I already talked about this on the other last video of the numbers that can be determined in the next layer. Like I talk about it in this video. It's called a Boogol. So in the Boogol video, I talk about numbers that look like this. So 3 to the 3 to the 3, there are like 3 triple out 3 3. So this number is 3 triple out 3, and then this number is 3 triple out 4. So this number of the number of 3 is the number of this number, the whole thing. So we keep going this how many times, n levels. So this is how big at 3 triple out n pentation is. So let's example 3 triple out 3 that equals 3 double arrow of 3 double arrow of 3. So that this equals the 3 arrow of 3 arrow of 3 arrow. Da, da, da. There are 3 double arrow 3 threes, or 7.6 trillion threes. So and power tower, it looks something like this. I already showed it already. So 3 to the 3 to the 3, da, 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 there are 7.6 trillion threes high. And of course, there are this number is way bigger than a Googleplex. So of course this number is also known as the Sun Tower. So the number is the Sun Tower, and of course here there are entries for 3 double round n. Of course, for this number, this number equals sun. Equals the sun, known as the Sun Tower. So here this number is already a very big number. This number is already like gigantically bigger than the number of atoms in the observable universe, because this number is tiny compared to this number, this whole thing. So now in the next one here, 3 4 arrow n equals 3 triple arrow of 3 triple arrow of, there are entries of the repeated pentation. So this is hexation. So it looks something like this. I already show it in the last video. So 3 here, and number of rows here, of layers here is determined by this number, and then the number of rows here is determined by this number, by this whole thing. And then you keep going the same thing, and then how many times there are n levels. So of course, if 3 4 out of 3 equals 3 triple out of 3 triple out of 3, so that equals 3 double out of 3 double out of, there are 3 triple out 3 times 3s. So 3 triple out 3 levels. So it looks something like this. So start at 3, and then 3 to 3, and then the third layer. Third layer is 7.8 trillion threes, and then the second layer is the number of threes. So this number of threes is determined by this number. So we keep the same thing, doing this over and over for 3 triple out 3 times. So there are 3 triple out 3 levels, and that is 3 triple out 3, and 3 4 out 3. I mean 3 4 out 3 is way bigger than Googleplex, triple out Googleplex, which is equals 10 to the 100. So GP stands for Googleplex. So I'm gonna use GP instead of Googleplex. So of course 3 4 out 3 is way bigger than Googleplex, triple out Googleplex. Googleplex, triple out Googleplex equals this number, Googleplex, and then start the same thing here. Googleplex, the Googleplex number of times here. The number of times here is the number of this number. So you can keep doing that a Googleplex number of times. And of course this number is tiny compared to 3 4 out of 3. This 3 4 out of 3 is the first step of Graham's number. It's called G1. So here is G1. So the number of here in the second layer is called G2. The number of arrows here is determined by this number, this insanely big number. So this number is very big too. So G2 is very huge. G1 is tiny compared to G2, and then G3, there are G2 arrows here. So G2 is tiny compared to G3, and then the same thing, G4, there are G3 arrows. So G4 is very, very much bigger than G3. So we keep doing this until we arrive at the 64th layer. So there is this number is G64. So there are 64 levels. So 64 levels. So this is grams number. So that's how big is grams number. So this the 64 grams number is way bigger than Boogol, which is equals to 10 arrow. There are 100 arrows here. So that's it, guys. That's how big is grams number. Grams number is a way bigger number than the number of atoms in the observable universe, which is 10 to the 80. So 10 to the 80 is 0 compared to grams number. And of course, a googolplex is also tiny compared to grams number. So googolplex is 0 also compared to grams number. So, and of course 3 4 out of 3 is much bigger than googolplex. Googolplex is even 0 compared to 3 4 out of 3. So 3 4 out of 3 is this number, and this number is tiny compared to grams number. So that's how big is grams number. This number is very mind-boggling, very huge and unimaginably big. So of course, if you try to write each digit in each atom to write down a gram number of digits, you run out of space in the observable universe. So there's not enough space to write all the digits of grams number. So of course the grams number is much bigger than our brains. Our brains is too small to even think of grams number. We cannot store all the digits of grams number in our brains, because if we can literally store all the information of grams number in our brains could literally collapse into a black hole, which is, I find this very mind-boggling, very mind-blowing. Grams number is a famous number defined by Ronald Graham. So this guy who defined Graham's number, that number was the first one to be the biggest number ever used in a mathematical proof, and of course it was the biggest number. It was the biggest number used in mathematics before. Like, it was probably the first one to be the biggest one in using mathematics. But now there's bigger numbers than Graham's number. Like the other ones, they're very much bigger than Graham's number. So there's a lot more numbers now that are much bigger than Graham's number, and they are called. I know that one number that's extremely bigger than G64. Of course, the name is 33. 33 is like a number that's kind of like enormously bigger than Graham's number. So of course there's more numbers that I'm gonna talk about in the next video. So thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel, like, comment, and I'll see you in the next video.